Hello children, I am Prasanna. In this video I am going to explain what is linear pair in geometry. So here, coming to linear pair, first I am going to draw one figure. See here, this is a figure children. And suppose this is one angle here. And this is A, O, B and this forms a C. Okay. Now if you see in this figure, AOC, that is angle AOC and angle BOC. What are these two angles children? Angle AOC and angle BOC are adjacent. Can I say they are adjacent angles? Now what are adjacent angles? Angles having common arm and common vertex. If you observe in this, AOC and BOC are having a common vertex and OC is the common arm. So I can say AOC and BOC are adjacent angles. Right? Yes, they are adjacent. Now if you see this, what is the sum of these two angles? Sum means what? Addition. Addition of these two angles is what? If you observe the figure, this is what children? It is a straight line. Isn't it? Straight line. What is the measurement of straight line? It is 180 degrees, isn't it? If you see angle AOC plus angle BOC together form a straight line. Yes? So these angles together form a straight line, or you can say supplementary. What is supplementary angles? The sum of two angles is 180 degrees. So what did you observe in this figure? When you are adding these two angles, you are getting 180 degrees, isn't it? Now I will consider one more figure. P, O, Q and this is R. Okay. Now if you see in this figure, angle POR and angle QOR. POR and QOR are what angles? Yes, they are adjacent angles because they are having a common vertex, that is O, and the common arm OR. Now can you say what is the sum of these two angles? Means POR and QOR. Yes, it is forms a straight line. Straight line is nothing but how much? 180 degrees, right? So sum of these two angles means here sum of the two adjacent angles equal to 180, and coming to here sum of these two adjacent angles is equal to 180. Now by this we can understand what is the definition of linear pair. So what is linear pair children? A pair of adjacent angles whose sum is a straight line, straight angle or supplementary is called a linear pair. When the sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180, then it forms a linear pair. So coming to the definition, a pair of adjacent angles whose sum is straight angle. You know what is the value of straight angle? 180 degrees is called a linear pair. Understood what is linear pair? So sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180. Then we call it as a linear pair. Now a linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles formed when the two lines intersect. If you observe, this is one line and this is one line. Intersect means what? They meet at one point. Here where it is meeting at this point. So the linear pair forms when two lines intersect. Now I will show you with the other figure. Now if I consider here, just now I told linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles formed when two lines intersect. Here this is one line children and I am drawing one other line. These two lines are intersecting at this point, isn't it? Here when the two lines intersect, how many angles are formed? Yes, 4 angles are formed. Okay. Suppose this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. See, when two lines intersect, 4 angles will be formed. 1, 2, 3, 4. In these 4 angles, how many pairs of adjacent angles you are going to get here? Yes, you know, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent, isn't it? See, if you see, angle 1 and angle 2 is having a common vertex and this is a common arm. Yes, so I can say angle 1 and angle 2 forms a adjacent angles. Now what is linear pair? A pair of adjacent angles whose sum is straight angle. If you see, this is the figure, children. Here this is, and this is 1 and this is 2. So these two are adjacent because they are having a common vertex in the common arm. And what is the sum of these two angles? If you see the figure, it is a straight line. What is straight line? 180 degrees. So I can say here angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to 180 degrees. So what is this one? Linear pair. What is linear pair? Sum of two adjacent angles equal to 180 is called a linear pair, right? Now if you observe one more thing in this figure, see, this is like this, children, okay, and here this is a figure, here 2 is there, here 3 is there. Can I say 2 and 3 forms adjacent angles? Yes, because these two angles are having common vertex and this is the common arm. So I can say angle 2 and angle 3 are adjacent angles. And what is the sum of these angles? It is a straight line. What is that? 180 degrees. So I can say angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 because they form a linear pair. Now if you see here, say this is the figure, children, and here is this, and here is 3 and here is 4. So we can say that 3 and 4 forms pair of adjacent angles, isn't it? Because they are having common vertex and this is a common arm. So angle 3 plus angle 4 equal to 180 can I take? Because it forms what? Straight line. Next, one more thing, you are having like this, and here is this. Here you are having 4 and here you are having 1. So 1 and 4 forms an adjacent angles. Yes. So angle 1 plus angle 4 equal to 180 because the line, here it is a line. What is the angle for a line? 180 degrees. So when the two lines intersect, 4 angles are formed and we will get, from 4 angles we are going to get 4 pairs of adjacent angles and 4 pairs of linear pair. Okay, so 2 angles of a linear pair are always supplementary. That is very important point. Once again I am going to repeat. 2 angles of a linear pair are supplementary, always supplementary, which means their measures add up to 180 degrees. So this is called a linear pair.